Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with Channel Disturbance. This is an M53 M55. It's the Tier 9 American SPG. It's located on the southwest spawn of Westfield, and it's under the command of BassmanFromHell. But he's about to get trolled. Yes, I'm afraid there's a troll in this game, and he's not really going to give Bassman much chance to actually play the game properly. Game started. Now he's reversing up this slope. I'm not a big fan of actually driving these things backwards because they actually are very, very slow in reverse, and it sometimes can be much better just to drive forwards, but everyone to their own. Well, Bassman's gone up on top of the hill. Nice little spot here, but bit obvious and conspicuous, you might say. And Bassman's aiming down to the east side of the map. An enemy has been spotted in the meanwhile in the north end of the map. It's a convoy. And he's now aiming at that target. He's marked his target, lets his teammates know that's what he's going for. Yes! Direct hit. Heard the sizzles, the round went off against the hull. And he's getting trolled. Yes. Object 704, here he is. That's the troll. The Object 704 got hit by the enemy Arty, not by Bassman, but he's decided to take it out on his own Arty. Well, Bassman's loaded, and the 704 just fired on the GW Tiger as well. Bassman's loaded, he fires a round in. Oh, he took out the convoy! Way to go. And here comes the 704. And I think Bassman knows this. GW Tiger's over there. He's aiming. And you can see from the blue arrow, or blue star rub on the GW Tiger, well, he's currently disappeared, that's a replay fault, that he's actually a very good player. Bassman fires again. And he kills an ST1 this time. And here comes the 704. So, Bassman's got 2 kills, 1,128 hit points of damage and 783 of stun assist. And what's the 704 doing? Firing at Bassman. No need to. Bassman hasn't fired at him. And he's got another hit. In fact, he hit 2 tanks. T10 and a T30 with that shot. And the 704 is still coming in this direction. Bassman's trying to work out which target's the best one for the next shell. Dialing in. Fires a round in. And takes out a T10 this time. Excellent target selection. And here comes the 704. Yes, Sorgan's Kammer. I think that's probably an anonymized name. People are using the anonymizer if they're a troll. Makes it more difficult for people to recognize that they are trolls. Well, the enemy is actually doing rather well in this battle because they've won the hill and their 2 tanks up on our team. Most of the tanks that are up there have been killed, but Bassman, well, he's carrying the stupids at the moment because he's got 3 kills and, well, nobody else has got anything near him. And he's also got the highest number of kills in the game, more than any other of his teammates. And that Object 704, I'll bet, has got no damage on the enemy whatsoever. Well, Bassman's finally realised the enemy's inbound, and he needs to get behind cover so that he can actually get shots on the enemy before he gets wiped out. Now aiming to the east side of the map. The 704 is still there. Bassman fires a round in. Didn't get any damage that occasion. And the enemy's getting rather close. There's a T-30 just north of the hill. And the 704 doesn't really seem interested in him. Well, Bassman's more than likely going to get spotted very shortly. He's now lining up on the T-30 rather. And he's lost sight of him. And he's been spotted. And yep, gets wiped out. The Standard B and the Batchat fired at the same time. And well, the GW did get a kill there. Or did he? Not so sure he did, but the 704 has been ammo racked. The last two alive are the Foch and the GW Tiger, and I don't think either of them are going to last very long. The Foch is being surrounded. And he's gone. Well, GW does get some damage on the T-30. But he's about to get wiped out and his reload is so long, there's no chance of him getting another shot off. And that was an enemy Arty shell. And the Object 704 on the enemy team finally gets him. And an Arty shell lands, so he must have been fired all the way from the other side of the map and took a long time to get here. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, Bassman managed to get a win 8 of 2674 from that game. He really did well, even though he was trolled by the 704. He actually managed to get the highest damage on his team, 2,489 hit points of damage. And he did actually not carry the stupids, but he actually got 3 kills and nobody else on his team managed to get above 1. And the enemy, though, won the game. And you can see that the damage that Bassman did, and he was anonymized in that game as Zucken7. Not sure if that's the correct pronunciation, but yep. He managed to get 2,489 off 3 kills. The next, the highest score in the game was the 704 in the enemy team with 3,253 and 3 kills. And he was actually better than all the other remaining members. So 12 members of the enemy team, and Bassman got scored higher than them. So let's have a look at the detail report. Yes, he did make a profit from that battle, and he did make a profit on the XP. But let's have a look more at the details of the troll. There's his name, Sorgen's Kammer. Now, is that his real name or his anonymous name? No, it is his real name. And he hasn't really got a very good rating. 3,855, 45% victories rate. Well, I think I know why you've got such a low victories rate, Sunshine. You're trolling your teammates instead of actually shooting the enemy. If you train your gun on the enemy and shot in their direction, you might get a better rating and you might get more victories. So yes, this is the person who needs an enforced break from the game for a little while to make him sit up and notice that, yep, there are other games that he could play, but if he doesn't want to play by the rules, I'm sure Wargaming can do without him. Thanks for watching.